Liverpool can almost taste it. They don't need to seal the deal here and now, of course, but their supporters sense that they can do it, and they will settle for nothing else. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle. Liverpool cannot consider the option of defeat. It's not a question of want, but must. Well read, nice interception. Kane, no messing about, just bludgeoned away. Son Heung-min stood his ground strongly. Son Heung-min. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. And we have our very first corner. Camavinga getting this one clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, good spread. And it's Alexander-Arnold. And here's Messi. Passing is crisp and sharp. And he's quick to snatch it back. Messi! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Mbappe. Oh, we expected better, and so did he.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air. And what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. And he's had it nicked away. Messi. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Liverpool still without a single shot on target. And it's Fernandes. Now it's Kane.
Kane really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Goes long and straight. Van Dijk. That has not gone well. Well, they can break here. Messi. Looking to play him in. And this is Kane. Fernandes. Chance! There's a goal! And who else? Who else? This is what he lives for, taking centre stage yet again. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Liverpool penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
This is going to make things very interesting, as their opponents will have to take a risk or two now.
No luck with that dink over the top. Now it's Messi.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. And he's gone looking for safety. Oh, he's been caught napping. He's found a way through. Good read, needed to be. Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Kane, and it's Camavinga.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Fernandez. Oh, super find. Cleared without complication. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And here's Mbappe. That has ended up in no man's land. Fernandez. Fernandez, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Messi. And this is Kane. Van Dijk.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And that's been one straight back. It's Son Heung-min! Goal! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Number 6.
And that is fabulous! A true beauty of a goal!
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Pete.
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each.
Bulletin from the Regional Police Department.
Liverpool are looking to get a flying start here in the
Hello,
long race
everybody,
towards the
and
finish
welcome
line.
to today's match.
This is a day for optimism, for hope, for dreaming of what might be. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So it's away we go then.
Well, Peter, there's goalkeepers, and there are great goalkeepers, and then there's Oliver Kahn. He's in a league of his own.
While he is a goalkeeping icon, isn't he? The man famously known as King Khan by some. He's belligerent, he's brazen, but he's utterly brilliant.
And never in a mood to accept failure. There's that body language he's always talking about. No wonder he instills both respect and fear in opponents.
And it's Fernandes. Mbappe gets into some space. Now it's Mbappe.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Bojan Krkic couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Oh, I was on the edge of my seat then. He just took on one too many.
And here's Valverde. And he's being shifted off it. Bojan. Now it's Bojan. Mbappe. He could be in here. And the finish! Goal! Japan! And Japan are in front. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing. Having the composure to score is another.
So, a breakthrough already. Now it's Mbappe. Pass somewhat off target. Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Messi. Pedri. And that is a little undercooked. Valverde. Alexander-Arnold. And here's Kane. Hazard. That has not gone well. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Can he get on the end of this? It's a pretty loose pass. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Hazard can see things others simply cannot.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Palmer gets into a good position. Well read, and the danger is averted. Alexander-Arnold. Messi providing an outlet on that flank. He's picked his way through. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And it's Camavinga.
Japan clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always...
Shapes to shoot! It's in! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Japan, it's a mighty effort! Oh, taken with style! He has gobbled up his 20th goal. Devoid of any complexity, but boy was that certain.
Well, I don't think he could have asked for a better ball in there, Peter. All he had to do was get in position.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Oh, well played, well played.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Upamecano does really well to win the ball there. Pedri. And here's Mbappe. Linton. Well, they've got it again. And Alexander-Arnold. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Linton! And again! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Well, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
And we have our very first corner. Camavinga clears it away, and he's had a hit! And that is doing no harm at all.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Robertson goes on a run down the left wing. Fernandes. And it's Camavinga. And that has been cleared. Linton. Now it's Mbappe. Gets a good foot in there. Mbappe.
2 added minutes has
Robertson.
been indicated.
And that's an errant pass. This possibly the last play of the half. Messi goes short. And the shot! Oh, the ball's come loose here. And there's the end of the first half. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Substitution for Japan, number 14, Palmer.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Number 8, Mohamed.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And he's managed to get free. Boyan! No mistake! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Japan go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is, will they be happy to sit on this?
Japan needed that, they really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended.
Shoots! And it's there! And they are pulling clear here. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. There's the shot! And he hits the net. Results no longer in doubt. It's just about how many. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Japan are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Mbappe, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Camavinga. It's a really well-measured ball. Now it's Bojan. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Oh no, this does not look good. Taken back almost at once. Great vision. And it's Hazard. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Hazard showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. No way he was going to be out-muscled. Hazard. Now Mbappe. Saliba gets over and intercepts. Robertson threads one in. Fernandes. Real chance! It's hit the upright. Well, there's the clearance. Hazard tries to pass it through.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
And here's Mohamed Salah. He is through here. Mohamed Salah had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just a big chance. They've scored! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Here's great chance! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Out to the right. Now it's Messi. Messi going face to face with his great rival. Joelinton. Bojan. That's good play. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Corner number 2 then. Alexander-Arnold plays it short. He's having a shot! And he's missed it.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
The pass is intercepted. And it's Hazard. And here's Mohamed Salah. Alexander-Arnold receives it in a wide position. Up he goes! He's put it wide.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Saliba. Fernandez. Foot in. Looking to play him in. That's a nicely shaped ball. Look at this. And the shot! Messi.
This is the time you need that pace.
And here's Boyan.
There will
DiMarco.
be 3 minutes added
Oh, that's
time.
nice. Hazard. He's going for goal! Oh, he really got hold of that. Alexander-Arnold. It's Van Dijk. Not the most accurate pass. And the number on the board is 3. And that is as far as it goes. Liverpool cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unpleasant. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. That's got things underway. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
Time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
Probing pass. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Now it's Kane. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. It is a fair distance from goal. I'm not sure if he'll have a go. Decent hit from there. Valverde. Now De Bruyne. Nuno Mendes. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Can he get on the end of this? Looking for a runner. Oh, played through for the wide man. Howson promptly onto that, and could be danger here. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes.
Someone's eyeing this up with real belief here.
It's hit the upright.
It was a sterling effort, and at least he kept it on target. And it was worth a go.
That's a throw. It's a poor throw, that, picked off with relative ease. But it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Yeah, it's a good start, Peter, and they look hungry for goals, and they'll be aware of having to capitalise in such a good spell.
Messi's cross. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Valverde. Nicked it back promptly. Now it's Messi. Neither side yet able to find the net. In with the challenge. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Robertson. He is through here. And the shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Mbappe deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Robertson. Now it's Mbappe. Looking to play him in. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the counter is on. Great defending, strong and determined. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Well, football is a simple game, complicated by footballers. Why doesn't he slip that to the right?
Messi. Mbappe. Over to the left. Ronaldo stood his ground strongly. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Look, the only way of becoming more aware, Peter, is by lifting your head and realising who's where around you.
Nicely weighted ball. Robertson. Looking for the run. Now it's Mbappe. He's found a way through. And he's certainly on shapes to shoot! There it is! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Liverpool have penetrated for the first time.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's being urged to shoot. Now it's Kane. De Bruyne. Mbappe is onto this. Saliba lays it forward. Fernandes. Saliba calmly anticipates. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Fernandes.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Pinches it off him. Mbappe. The message is clear, none shall pass.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Now it's Mbappe. Great vision. That looks a good ball through. And he's managed to get free. Oh, what has happened here? Oh, shooting chance! Fernandes. And it's half-time here. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Reflections on the first half?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Liverpool, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 19.
That gets things going for the second half.
Será reemplazado por el
Well, if you're
dorsal
ahead,
3.
it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. That is good alertness. Neymar. Robertson. Saliba. And it's Camavinga. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Fernandes. Valverde. Messi. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Team still separated by the game's only goal. Mbappe picks it up out wide. Deftly away. Ball's gone out of play. Alexander-Arnold. Valverde to Messi, and he's forced to go back. Valverde,
Este partido asciende a 96.026
De Bruyne.
espectadores.
And it's Neymar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And here's Mbappe. Now it's Messi. Now it's Kane. And he's had it nicked away. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. Can he get it through?
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
That's a good ball. Valverde. Messi. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Neymar. Neymar. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And Dalot. And it's De Bruyne. Played out to the left flank. It's a searching pass. Robertson. Mendes gets across to intercept that. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Knocks it into space. Spread neatly. It's a promising position.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Robertson is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
It's a pretty loose pass. Valverde, and he cuts out the supply. Tries to play it through. Liverpool still ahead by the game's only goal. Diogo Dalot. Valverde. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. And it's Messi. Now, can they get him away? Olise gets into some space. Olise! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
And here's Olise.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Neymar is wide and looking to get onto this. Just eases him off the ball. And that's it. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. How do you look back on the game then, Jim? The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. And as you can see, we've already started here. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Who else but Lionel Messi? I don't need to tell anyone what he's capable of. Some critics don't rate him as the best player on the planet. That's because the Argentinian, for me, is on a different planet.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. And here's Mbappe. Tell did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Van Dijk. Now Saliba. And it's Robertson. Fernandes. And it's Camavinga. Alexander-Arnold gets into a good position. It's Camavinga, and he's forced to go back. Liverpool, without doubt, seeing more of the ball and looking to turn it now into something meaningful. Well, nicely intercepted. And here's Messi.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He's got away. Van Dijk.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Saliba. Played out to the right. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Van Dijk. Now Saliba. Robertson. Messi takes control of it and he's on the move. So what can they make of this? Tell had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered. The defence were just well prepared for what was coming.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. And it's Valverde. Saliba. And it's Van Dijk. Liverpool have got it back and they'll have another go. Now it's Messi. "30 minutes gone. Looking to play him in. Müller. Now it's Messi. Mbappe. Mbappe on a charge down the left. Camavinga. Valverde. Robertson in acres of space out wide. It's Camavinga. Distributed tidily. Referee's given a throw. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he thumps it clear. Messi. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Threads one in. Messi. Now there's a fine ball. Out towards the flank. Saliba.
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
Liverpool with the corner, they're first. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Van Dijk. Saliba. Over to the other side.
Good ball, that too.
Look at the space here. Played in. It's a goal kick. Romero. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started.
And
Plenty for both managers to mull over here. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Alexander-Arnold picks it up out wide. Caught offside that time. Messi, Müller, and it's Romeu. Knocks it into space. That's an excellent interception. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. 0-0 still. It's a game that needs a bit of life injected. Robertson. Fernandez. It's Camavinga. Saliba. And it's Van Dijk.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Saliba. Robertson. Mbappe. Now it's Fernandez. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Yeah, I think it's a scoreline in keeping with what we've seen up to this point. Combined attempts at goal aren't high in numbers, and we could do with something to spark this contest into life. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
No, there's no going past him this time. Tell couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
Camavinga, nicely spread. And it's Alexander-Arnold. For Valverde. Camavinga. Now Saliba. Robertson receives it in a wide position. Oh, easy pickings there. Now it's Tell. Oh, he's burst through. He's through and all Tell! Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
Tell just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
Now it's Messi. That is good strength. He's through here. It's out for a goal kick. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
He is through here. He's having a shot!
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
No, that's been intercepted. Always onto this. And the finish! Tries to... and the shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Substitutions taking place.
Liverpool have their second corner now. And it's been taken short. Chooses to go. There's the shot! Paris Saint-Germain are looking to go forward now. More and more pressure on the ball here. That'll be a throw-in. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Fernandez. Now this could be a chance. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Now that looks a decent ball. Messi goes for a shot! Oh, it's in! And that might well be that!
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Number 10.
Liverpool take what looks to be a decisive lead.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that...
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Great chance! And that has fair fizzed.
Well, that would have asked some awkward questions of the keeper had it stayed on target. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And here's Kane. Steaming on goalwards. And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal.